Danganronpa Lapse back again. It's been a while. I literally just filmed it once already and it ended, so I have to refilm this whole thing. But anyways, recap. Apparently Sei is connected to Zero in some way. And Zero wanted to keep her safe. But instead, I think honestly it just made things just even more worse than it could have been. Because obviously Sei was scared ever since we met her during the first meeting when we just arrived. So I thought if I could lead the trial to an incorrect vote, then the game would end without me having to do that terrible thing. I'd just a lot rather let everyone die than just do whatever I had to do. And would be free from this trap. But Zero saved me. He took out of harm's path, at least that's what he thought he was doing. Apparently not. He brought her into this game. So you know he was trying to manipulate the blame off you, so why did you still try to redirect the vote to yourself? Because I have nothing else to look forward to. I ended up here for one reason or another, and all the signs are pointing towards demise. Because even after all that, whoever that Zero is, he isn't my friend anymore, and now I have nothing. So you must know by now that we're here for you. Missy's right. We've been trapped, that much is certain, but we're not isolated. We have each other, and together we can help each other build up hope for escape. You don't need to act alone. Akiko, we both want to save someone. You don't truly think this was the answer, do you? Manipulating the trial like this is unruly. Shh. Akiko isn't here anymore since giving himself up to the game. His conscience has been long gone. Being so disillusioned by the way he and his fellow ultimates were treated, he dropped everything and let himself be consumed with despair. It's poetic, isn't it? No. I'm gonna have to disagree with you there. It is not poetic. Not at all. He gave himself up because this game was the only thing he could cling to. It gave him purpose. In fact, Gaia is also holding on to the killing game. Can you really trust her? After all, she oversaw the game just as I am, before you released her, that is. All she did was watch on that Pandora die. You have no idea the sacrifice I went through. Dude, Zero is just going for it, isn't he? I see that lady. You think I idled and watched her die. Uh-huh, and what have you done since to prevent it? You didn't try to stop her accident like I did you? Wait, Zero tried to stop the assailant? So, do you think Guy is on your side, spouting empty sentiment and rolling over, doing nothing but watch the game carelessly take lives? I'll tell you what, your friend Guy here did something very interesting. Don't you dare demonize what I did. Excuse me? I never killed anyone in my game. You, on the other hand, why, you disgust me. What'd she do? Wait, did she kill someone in her game? I invite you to open the foyer door so one of these fools could deliver your punishment. They have no reason to trust you, after all. But your punishment. There are no rules, save for one. Those who kill should not get away with it. Let me give it one more try. Gaia is no friend. Not a chance. She has played this game once before and will do anything to keep herself from losing going forward. And even from the winner's circle, she did what she thought she could to gain the advantage. She is the one who trapped you in this ship. Ship? We're on sea now? Ship? That's what I said. Even if someone won this game, there would be nowhere to go. You're completely sealed in. Left to die in isolation, confined in these walls. It's crazy, isn't it? In fact, trapping you all may be a ploy for her to kill again. Why not? It'll prove once more that she's deserving of being called an ultimate. You don't understand. I did what I had to do. Oh, of course I don't understand. You're the one giving hope to these people, yet all you've done is cause trouble. Unfortunately for you, I control what occurs in this vicious circle. I'm using this power to keep Sei safe. Keep me safe? You shouldn't have brought me here in the first place. I know. I was tricked. This game is a farce. I won the killing game that preceded this one and received the ultimate prize. The prize of a lifetime of suffering. That's the prize? The prize. Within a group of incredibly talented individuals, should someone defeat their fellow Ultimate students and come out on top, their efforts and achievements would be highly prized, wouldn't they? To see who could come out on top, that was the experiment the Preservation Project was conducting. The project wanted to gather the very best of the best, for the sake of the future as it were. The Despair program has ruined whatever semblance of Akiko remained, creating the Zero persona. Zero was the false name you went under in the previous game after all. It's no surprise to me that it's being used again under the guise of a killing game operator. Despite that, Akiko's will to protect Sei persists in the Zero memory. Forte must have taken the risk to see whether or not the entity connected to Sei would act. I hardly recognize him anymore. His voice is the same, but I don't know who that is anymore. There's no trace left. That's right, he's a shell of his former self. The game and all his terror now inhabit the ultimate radio host. Aki wanted to erase the wrongdoing he committed in his game and... Oh, what, huh? Ready? Okay, you guys can search up what that means. I can't be bothered. Stop. The hologram cracked in and out. The program was funding itself right before our very eyes. Oh, shit. Your efforts are wasted. You gave yourself up to despair, and yet you still try to deliver a signal of hope. You defied your own actions. The very self-preservation actions that saved you in the last game. What happened to selfishness? I'll bury you. The arbiter we called Zero is finding itself, its current form and a former form, trying to make sense of its own actions. I can't be bothered. You guys can figure out what that says. I don't know. I can't be bothered. It's too late for this. I'm tired, man. What's happening? I would want to know too. A conflict we cannot control. I have a last-ditch effort prepared. If you cannot just overcome the darkness. The lights shudder as we watch Zero fight unfold. The Zero entity fought its way to dominance, greeting us with its haunting groan. Well, well, well. I guess you call me, huh? Fine, the jig is up. I won't resist since I've been thoroughly caught in the act by some triumph of hope, or whatever nonsense you want to admit. After all, I wouldn't be doing your efforts just to keep fighting back after you went through so much trouble. It must have been some rotten luck what got you out of this one, huh? Who are you, Echo? I don't know. Who are you? How you, a talentless nobody, managed to realize the trick I pulled off. By all accounts, you should have been all executed by now. A talentless nobody? Wow. How original. I'm hurt. If all went according to my manipulation, the cannon should be a pincushion and the rest of you dropped into an incinerator. Damn, pincushion? Although what's stopping me from letting that happen? I'll execute myself and bring you all with me. Okay, so this is a what? What? Just, I'll take you. Bring all of you to hell with me? Don't you dare. This is the last show with your host Zero, signing off today's cast with eternal dead air. The lights boomed violently, oversaturating the trial grounds with a blast of glaring heat. Damn it, no! A tremor tore through the room. The sound of metal creaking filled the halls and the lights flickered dizzyingly as we struggled to gain footing. Everyone, get down and cover your head and neck. We all dove to the floor, each quaking, jolting us to and fro with ease. What's covering our neck and head gonna do? Ka-thunk. The shaking came down to a low rumble and the ground eventually settled into stillness once more. The lights returned to a dim glow and the five of us cautiously rose to our feet. The trial grounds were quiet. Where's that bastard Zero? The dial leapt to his feet, darting around the trial ground for sign of the arbiter. Are you alright? A concerned, static-filled hologram of Gaia illuminated the room. We're fine, no thanks to you. I'm sorry, I didn't anticipate the superstructure would have yet buckled under the pressure, but seeing as Zero overloaded the systems, the adverse effect of his self-inflicted execution may have sped up the process. What are you talking about? That doesn't explain where you were and why you're never helpful. Lila, come on, we're all fine, aren't we? I helped Kenan to her feet as Missy did the same with Say. Are you okay, Kenan? I'm a little shaky, but I'm on one piece. Thanks. Missy, Say? We're all right. That is a relief to hear. So that is, right? Huh? Zero's gone, the game is over, we're done here, aren't we? So let's get the hell out of here. Hang on. Sure he's gone, but there's so many more unanswered questions. First of all, he said we're on a ship. Even if we get out, we're still stuck drifting out on the sea. If there was a wholly unknown testing chamber below us this entire time, it's within reason that there's a helm hidden somewhere as well. Gaia, was it? He said you were responsible for such a thing. Is it true? Gaia sighed. I will answer your question in due time. For now, I'd like to ask that you all rest for a spell before coming down to the testing chamber. It's been a long few days for you all. What, and let you jump ship through a concealed exit passageway while our guard is down? No way. Lyle, I understand your desire to push forward, but a break would allow us to sort our thoughts. Please, I'm not going anywhere. I will await your arrival. Like, I don't know, but me, my self voice is saying I should trust Gaia. Gaia's hologram clips out as the rest of us shuffle idly. Lyle huffs and shrugs as we made his way to the elevator. Looks like that was the end. There was no vote, no execution. Just the end. Although Zero's destruction provided some relief, I still left uneasy. There was still so much uncertainty that was lurking before us. I sighed. The rest of us followed Lyle into the elevator, and together we returned to the foyer. Us remaining 5 students left the trial ground in the shadows, for good. I hope for good. Dude. 5 students remain. Chapter 4 end. Bro. So many people just died. Endless and unfamiliar. Oh, is that an anchor? Wait, because we're out on sea. Is that like foreshadowing something? Lyle, Missy, Kenan, and Say and myself. Only 5 of us remained. Our group, cut brutally in half by the game we were forced to participate in, found its final survivors. In that very same order, we trudged out of the elevator cabin and returned to the foyer. I'm going ahead, don't wait up. I want answers. Gaia had better fess up about all this. Hang on, Lyle. I want to talk to her first. Alone. Why? I just need to know why she gave me a talent. How could she know something and like that, something I'm not even aware of? Why me? Please, I need to know what's going on. Alright. Being an ultimate student isn't all it's talked up to be, it's a word of misfortune. I know. Lyle shuffled off towards the foyer door entryway. The rest of us students stood by as well. It seemed no one else was quite ready to go down. I wonder what was going through everyone's mind right now. So to Say, I'm worried about Say right now. Say? Are you okay? I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know anyone cared. The only answer I could see was to have it all come to an end once and for all. If we died, then we wouldn't have to suffer anymore. It would be an easy way out, but through that suffering, we'll find things to live for as well. I'm sorry again. You don't have to be sorry. I understand it must have been frightening to be alone. I mean, I'm right here with you. But we're not alone now. You have me, Lyle, Missy, and Kenan. Say turned to me with a gentle smile. I returned the small gesture. We'll be okay. We'll make it out of here soon enough. It's strange when you say we'll be okay. It feels like it could be true. But what comes next? I don't know. I want to see Ashley's father. I think I have a responsibility to tell him what happened to her. And after that? I sighed. Well, one thing at a time. Let's just try to put all of this behind us for now and focus on escaping. Say nodded. Thank you, Echo. Thanks for what? You don't have to, but you care about everyone. I can see why Ashley wanted to protect you so much. Yeah. I'm so sad Ashley just went good. Ken, are you okay? I don't know. Ken bit out her nails, his sullen expression taken over. And maybe it's guilt or something, but something in me wishes I did actually kill Forte. Why? I don't want to sit with this feeling, this melancholy I'm feeling right now. I always told myself that I was just a spectator wherever I took photos. It was just easier to detach myself from the emotion of the subject. There's something more tolerable than seeing someone else experience what is occurring in a photo. But it was thanks to you that we finally answered those awful trials. I guess. And you didn't actually kill him with that gunshot either, so there's no reason to feel guilty. It's not that simple. I know, but you shouldn't wallow in those what-if feelings. It's too painful to just bottle it up. You helped us a lot, really. I suppose, but I didn't want to get so involved. I never got the opportunity to do so before all this, but I want to apologize properly after I turned your photo down. Don't worry about it. In fact, just forget it. I didn't particularly like the photo anyways. No, I shouldn't have been so harsh. I stuffed my hand in my coat pocket. Huh? Somehow I found the torn photo in my pocket. I aligned the two halves together. Here, you should keep it. I know you weren't really close with anyone, but well, I just hope you know we will think of you as a friend. Cadnan carefully took the two pieces from the inside. Thanks. Let's get out of here alive. Let me see. So the game is over. I can only assume. Gaia probably knows more about the situation though. It gives me peace of mind to learn that none of us would perpetuate the mutual killing game, that said. She let out a weary sigh. Even my fortitude has its limits. You said that no one would perpetuate it, but Say tried to further the game, didn't she? She went so far as to hurt you. Would you believe me if I said I didn't feel malice in actions? Huh? Fear is a fiercely powerful tool that shakes us out of our most rational thought. The threat of life strikes the heart of any problem existence, doesn't it? Chalk it up to a knee-jerk reaction, I posed a potentially dangerous question that caused Say to react sporadically. Remember, she did have the dagger for a period of time before entering the trial. She could have taken any open opportunity if she were driven by malice. An odd move, but it was her move nonetheless. And my move will be to forgive it. What move is next for us, do you think? Missy pondered the question for a minute. No idea. We will reach land, presumably with Guy's assistance, and once we're there, a myriad of options are laid before us. Do we rejoin family? Do we make moves to seek out the Preservation Project group? Do we attempt to find the next of kin for those who died during the game? The future's uncertain. Yeah. If we start small, we'll know where to go next though. Let's focus our energy on escaping first. I could have never said it better myself. Are you gone or what? Yeah, I didn't know what to expect. I believe Guy will be willing to talk if that's what you're worried about. She has been isolated in the testing chambers for what I imagine must have been a long time. Yeah, but do you think this all could have been avoided? There's no use dwelling on that now. What's done is done. We should push forward. Epilogue, burden on our shoulders. Congratulations! The rest of that class have been eliminated thanks to your tireless efforts. So did it, eh? Yes, Zero, you've won the ultimate prize. But may I ask something? Why'd you use an allies? Isn't it obvious? This game's all about distrust. A fake name to stir up trouble, of course. It was too easy. I see, by utilizing that distrust, you've earned yourself the final prize, Zero. Or rather, Arcugo Quartz, the ultimate radio host. I did it! The prize is yours. You rightfully won your place and will join your friend in the winner's circle. You have become one of them. Huh? You have become the ultimate prize. Oh, hold on, what are you talking about? Join her. That's Gaia. This is where she's been. She's been with us, benefiting the world. That can't be right. And you'll become another prize ultimate student alongside her. No, 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 no. Oh, so you didn't want to do this. Hey, Gaia. Oh, hello, Akao. I drifted into the testing chamber, spotting Gaia hovering over one of the capsules, a look of misery darkened her face. Are you okay? Gaia sniffed as she stared at the capsule containing Akiku's body. It was impossible to tell if he was breathing, let alone alive. I'll be fine. I was just recalling something. Where are the others? Oh, they're upstairs. I want to talk to you alone. Gaia remained silent, awaiting my next sentence. But I didn't know where to start. She noticed my hesitance and left her place in front of the capsule. She gestured for me to sit at the workstation chair she placed slowly in front of me. You must have a lot of questions. But first, if you'll spare me a moment to share my story. She has a whole ass story. I nodded. I was curious to know what possibly led her to this place. The Professor Project's killing game, known as an endeavor to create the ultimate prize. Distrust is to be expected on day one. The roster was always specifically curated to create pairs, testing the bonds between people. The crux of the game relies on broken bonds, applying pressure and motivation to spark the fire. From there, everything following will stoke the flames and catalyze. But seeing as so many of you still survived despite the remaining time, I wonder what went differently. Nonetheless, I must say I'm pleased with the result. I realize it's very difficult to find hope in things. In the darkest times, especially, is when our minds wander, thoughts led astray just by fear. As a cartographer, I create maps for the place on our Earth that are far greater than my own being, the vast plains, the pulsing sea, and tunneling caves. To search somewhere in the greater picture of an ultimate good beyond my perceived world of existence is difficult. I realize Pandora and I are very different. She searched within individuals as I searched the world. However, we're looking to spark and inspire the same thing: hope. Despair will control your lives if you let the fear and darkness of your heart run amok. If you allow those inklings to escape, thoughts of terror will command the reins. How are we to combat such intrusion? Well, answer may vary wildly. Some estimate something, the very thing that might be plaguing your concern, your talent, the ultimate memory. I fabricated an attempt to foil Zero's preconceptions of the game's participants. My eyes went, I had no words. The notion of an intangible talent like that was meant to play the part of a placebo in your mind. A talent Zero couldn't test the abilities of, one only you could measure. I had hoped it would give you some peace of mind, what with your worries of not belonging. But memory? I have a crap memory, so there's no way. Not exactly. To give the technical term, if you had the ultimate pertaining to memory, you would have been properly deemed the ultimate mnemonist. However, to give a succinct title would prompt Zero to test it. I could not allow it. What kind of test would he have given? The most immediately telling test would be a speed card. You are given a deck of shuffle cards in which you recite back all 52 in exact order as fast as possible. If you're an ultimate student, that fact could have been quickly dashed or proven with one simple test, and my counterattack against Zero would have failed. What? That said, I was purposely non-specific in displaying the ultimate memory upon you. I had hopes it would gel with Cyrus' falsified talent of charisma. I admit it was an interesting decision he made with that one. Wait. Although I had not been speaking, I felt breathless. So, I was just a tool? I felt a stone drop in my stomach. No, a tool is a far cry from what I would call you. You exhibited a strength I did not expect, which was the ability to see through Zero's ploy. Strength? And more importantly, you saved your fellow students. You are a wild card. Or perhaps you do indeed wield a special ability. You maintained your constitution even under immense pressure and stress. I did though. Stop. Guy was shocked into silence at my outburst. Gaia, I understand that you must have been through a lot, I really do. But to manipulate me, us, around this game as pawns, isn't that too cruel? Isn't that action in itself becoming just as bad as the people who trapped you here in the first place? Utilizing ultimate students as a means to an end? You are a product of the test. You should know better than anyone to toy with people's lives. Gaia clenched her hands together and her eyes fell into a glazed state. I could see her straining to adjust her thoughts. She blinked slowly and her gaze met mine once again. I apologize. Putting you all through this, it wasn't meant to happen. It's true I failed to cultivate the hope required to withstand pressures from the killing game. I failed Aki in the end. It's not that, I think you need to take a step back. People aren't just instruments to be molded for use. As far as I've seen, everyone here, ultimate students notwithstanding, has the potential to inspire hope. We won't get anywhere by reckless pulling strings, nor will we get any results by forcing a result. Gaia was silent and unmoving, as if she were holding her breath. I'm sorry. I never understood Pandora's methods. You should be sorry, like we're stuck here because of you. But I think I see now what she was doing. Her ways of inspiring hope was to start. Oh god, I'm tired. Small, crescendo and growing into something powerful. Why did I not see it until now? It's too late to mourn the past. Some things are just meant to happen. All we can do is take small steps forward towards the future, each moment after. Gaia sighed and nodded. She fell silent once again. Her expression was tight, her head wilted, heavy with regret. Where are we going now? I turned upstairs to give Gaia some time. After a moment, I ushered the others down to the testing chambers. When I came back, Gaia was at the workstation, focused on the monitor once more. Missy and Slade lingered through the testing chambers, anxiously looking at the containment unit and monitors. Slade stiffened up before Akiko's unit, but instead of reacting in any way, she remained unmoving. So there's everyone on a ship, yeah? So where's the bridge? Let's dock and get the hell out once and for all. If we're on a ship, wouldn't the bridge be near the trial grounds? Zero did say that the trial ground was within a superstructure. HMCS, Apothegm, is much larger than you've seen. The collection of rooms you were privy to was only within the quarterdeck. Privy? Privy, I think. I don't know. There are a number of bridges scattered across the ship, as there are other rooms. I don't care about the other rooms. Just tell us where the navigation station, command center, control room, whatever it is then. We have to steer this thing towards land so we don't die at sea. Zero said you got us into the mess, so you better help us get out of it. Gaia was quiet. She had an presence look in her eye, but remained typing at the workstation. That is, you will help us, right? Despite what she had gone through, Gaia's intentions were difficult to read. I couldn't tell whether or not she wanted to escape. Gaia directed our attention to the several monitors and pulled up several images of... I can't see a thing in these monitors. What are you showing us? Wait, what is that? That looks like some kind of squid. Well, that only makes sense. We're sailing on the sea. Yeah, but why can't we see anything outside? A feeling of dread froze my blood as I gazed at the near black screens. There are no clear views outside because we are at the bottom of the sea. What? I scuttled the ship. I did what I believe would be the most beneficial thing for all of us trapped here. That can't be. The Atrium and trial grounds have both revealed the changes sky us throughout the day. Simple glass projections. The ship is equipped with bleeding-edge technology. It should come to no surprise seeing as its engineer's an ultimate student. And how exactly did you think seeking us all was gonna help? What were you really planning, to bring us to our deaths at the bottom of the sea? We've been fooled again. It's nothing like that. This is how I prevented another group of students from falling into the hands of the Preservation Project's experiment. Gaia, tell us, what is the Preservation Project? I gulped. Even after all this time, I wasn't sure if I wanted to truly hear what the project was. The Preservation Project, It's a group that provides safe housing for ultimate students, protecting them from whatever could endanger them from utilizing their talents proper. That's what it is, between the whispers between the ultimate students outside these walls. However, the truth of the matter is that everything you previously knew about the project is smoke and mirrors. The project's activities, the safe house, the earthquake themselves, is a front for the project's true intentions to recruit the ultimate student. Some of its magnitude and effort would obviously require immense resources. The people responsible for taking art under their wing lobbied for the resources necessary to pull this off. And the powers that fabricate the scenario are the product of the ultimate students, just like ourselves. How is that possible? Thought manipulation. With the correct seed planted, one known as the ultimate pessimist, Psionic, was able to cause distress, pushing students toward the project's so-called safe house. The reach of the ability required two keys, something visual and something auditory. One of those keys must have been the letter we all achieved. There was a distinct watermark at the bottom of the letter, but that must have been the visual key. And the auditory key must have been Aki's voice casting the project information out. Therefore, the reason why Ika wasn't aware of any of this was because they never experienced exposure to either of the two keys. I was speechless. So it was a mistake that I wasn't included in the script at all. But after being here to help everyone, it would be cool to call this a mistake. Yeah, but I died twice, and I also went back through time, so... Lion and Misty took time with Gaia to survey the setting we found ourselves in. The ship HMS Apothegen was constructed with a vision of housing ultimate talent students in swathes of great comfort. The preservation project acquired it soon after its conception as the location for its experiment, a constantly moving location that would be difficult to reach by ordinary means. The ship, apparently it's always moving. The conductor of the experiment was situate offshore to prevent loss of people in their own ranks. The game was to be remotely conducted with a proxy serving as a host. Zero occupied that service, offering himself to the side of despair after his own win. So no, Zero didn't want to do this. And they told Zero that he would be the ultimate, thing along with the guy, and he's like, nah. But then, again, he was forced to do this, I would think. To combat their puppet strings, Gaia stripped the group of our whereabouts by taking control of their main asset and casting it far beyond their reach. Our underwater demise sat 3,000 meters beneath the pulsing icy pressure of the North Atlantic Ocean, because the land was the shore of Greenland. The situation felt bleak, but Gaia reassured us that somehow she had prepared for this. She ideally wished to be able to save everyone. Regardless, 5 survivors was victory still in her eyes. Gaia's unrelenting search through the testing chambers database revealed little about the Preservation Project group. She was frustrated but determined still. Though she was a winner, there had been others that had been removed from the testing chamber due to poor health or experimentation overextension. Even among the array of winners, she had little company. No, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 containment units. And apparently, I think not only did Gaia and Zero survive, 3 other students survived, but maybe something happened to them during the experiment that they had to pull them out. The 6 of us were steeped in thought as Gaia continued to employ herself in her search for knowledge. But it seemed that nothing damningly confidential was saved on location. Exasperated at the lack of further information on the private group that held her captive, Gaia suddenly threw her up her arms in defeat. We should leave. There's nothing more I can do here. I wish to attack the land site and other subsequent lurking agents. I nodded. Lyle managed to stay patient this long and readied himself in anticipation to aid in Papa's escape. Missy returned again after a short visit to retrieve the personal file Sarah had. Cannon was still as ever. We stood to exit the testing chamber, but Sarah remained lost in thought. What about him? It was clear she didn't know how to address her lost friend turned to spare vessel. Guy paused, a heavy eye cast a dark downward glaze. There's no denying it. Zero, Archie is no longer with us. Wait, he died? Her voice was stern. Gaia started toward the door without a break in her step. Wait. What is it? We ought to board the escape pod and make a hasty retreat. It isn't wise to stay longer than we need to. I know, but don't you feel sad? After all, you're the one who had to stop him. That was my decision. I can no longer take back my actions, can I? I suppose not, but what choice did I have? There are far greater concerns that need to be addressed. I can't be burdened by such feelings, not when there's so much to be done. Gaia, I know you want to push forward, but why not take a step back and let yourself feel those feelings? I mean, you don't seem like the kind to wallow in emotion, but it'd be good to acknowledge the fact that you've been trapped here without help. And now we can help you. At least I want to. I myself must teach from my mistakes. I can't stop just because I regret my actions. Her jaw clenched as those words escaped through gnashed teeth. Who was Akihiko? Gaia's eyes softened and her shoulders fell slack as she let out a low, slow sigh. Just like all those we've lost, he was a friend. A piece of me now gone missing. Oh, she's crying. Bro. These parts that may have been carved out. The parts that Pinora called his sister. And the parts that Akihiko called his friend. Oh, that's so sad. This piece of me no longer exists. Death owns his memories. Her eyes glassed over in a deep oblivion. Gaia, it's a dreadful thing I've forced you all into. No one else was meant to bear these horrible experiences except me. You shouldn't have had to fight through these feelings alone. It's my responsibility due to my failure. Shouldn't I be the sole recipient of such consequences? I would let despair destroy me first if it meant I would be able to commend its damage singularly to one and none other. Gaia, all your efforts would be meaningless if you let yourself be killed before I make any change. Indeed, such a loss would be absurd if you didn't make a significant move to stop the project that apprehended you so. And while I don't know what it means to you, but I still have this. Say produce a small golden disc. So don't let despair consume you yet. We're depending on you just as you can depend on us. The room was still. I could hear the blood pumping in my ears as Gaia pondered her purpose. Of course. Viva la guerre éternelle. I don't want to butcher that. Was that French? I don't know. Leaving the testing chambers, Gaia led us to the elevator. Similarly to the infirmary, the opposite side of the elevator kept doors open to reveal a long, dark hallway. The six of us trudged through the industrial hallway in hushed conversation. Gaia led the way, I followed close, and everyone else was bunched together behind, as if they were so unsure whether Gaia was trustworthy or not. Gaia, I have to know something. Why did you nurse Ashley back to health just before execution? You had to have known that she was the culprit, right? I didn't wish to leave you two on poor terms. What? I observed, if I recall correctly, that you and Ashley wanted a little speaking terms, just before she went to confide Cyrus. Yeah, but it was clear to me that Ashley was powerfully driven, that nothing would stop her when she set her mind to something. And that something in this case was putting your well-being above her own. Why she did that I, of course, cannot say. You ought to know better than I. I do. To soften the blow of the inevitable, I tried in all earnest to bring her back, to see a familiar face one more time. The hallway seemed to stretch forever. Echo? Huh? You are quite brave. Brave? In the past days you stood tall against the face of so much anguish. What are you talking about? I'm not brave. I'm just trying to fend off those awful feelings. I cannot stop thinking about what Ashley did for me. Would not be easier to cast away the memories of those past? Bro, it's not that easy though. Like, apparently we've known Ashley since we were kids. So like, you knowing someone and them dying, and you just saying, oh, just, forget those past feelings. It's not that easy, man. Forgetting what happened here would be depriving them of their last memory. I let out a pathetic scoff. Isn't it we gotta cling to outcomes that we can't change anymore? I wouldn't go that far. The fact remains Pandora is inspired. She saw something special about you. Is that so? Like a candle, the small flame created a vivid net of salvation to cut through darkness, all while steadily burning their wax bodies away. That said, the next torch awaits even the slightest bit of fire. We turned a corner and we went with a hatched door. I climbed to the escape pod. Is it nearly ending? Like, is that it? We just go into the pod and we escape? That's the end! Oh my gosh! Art! Oh no! Pedora! Say... Canon... Forte... Oh... Cyrus... We miss them! I miss them! Lyle... Missy... Ashley... Oh no! Akihiko... Gaia... Us... Me... Echo Pine... Dude, Mithridate... Oh, bro, this is really good. I actually have another game that is actually kind of like the anime Danganronpa. It's called Eden's Garden. I don't know if it's the same as this, if it's as good as this, but I do hope it is as good as Danganronpa because I've had a lot of fun. Oh, bro, but at least we got to escape. Thank you guys so much for watching Danganronpa Lapse. I'm finished with this, but I will definitely upload Eden's Garden soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye.